Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to this episode of Gotta Get Up, a podcast for New York Liberty fans. You already see in the first quarter, we talking about Sab is back. And listen, so might the New York Liberty. We're gonna talk about that. We of course are gonna talk about the men folk, and they did a little something something. But we're gonna talk about why Han and the rest of some of the New York Liberty baddies might have contributed to the Knicks win. And then, we'll get into this 7-game win streak. Now, when it was 3 games, Brian, we were like, there's still some holes. There's still some questions about this Liberty squad. Have they exercised those demons? We'll get into all of that and more on today's episode of Gotta Get Up, a podcast for New York Liberty fans. Gotta get up.
Gotta get up.
Gotta get up.
Gotta get up.
Oh, yeah.
New York.
Hey, women's basketball fans, welcome to Gotta Get Up, a podcast for New York Liberty fans brought to you by Black Rosie Media. I'm Erica L. Ayala.
And I'm Brian Florenson.
And we're your New York Liberty experts and co-hosts. We've covered the 2024 championship run. All right, Brian, I don't know if the video played. I feel like every once in a while, they just won't let us be great. The interwebs won't let us be great, but we'll play the video in case it didn't play. Erica L. Ayala here alongside Brian Florenton. And as you can see, we're going to talk about Sabrina Ionescu. Why don't we just get into it, Brian? Now, before the game against Washington, we saw that it was a clean status report. So that indicated that Sabrina Ionescu would be available. And then we heard her before that game, and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm playing. Oh, yeah, I'm playing. No doubts, no doubts. And the last time we talked, we were like, playing against Atlanta in Atlanta, especially knowing that she didn't travel for Connecticut, it was more likely that we'd get to see her in New York. And I think that's probably what everybody wanted.
Yeah, best to, especially when you've been out for a while, best to make it return back in the comfy confines of Barclays Center, especially considering they're about to hit the road anyway. So just doing the city to city bounce when you don't really have to is best to sort of preserve yourself that way. And as it happens, the win against Atlanta was their signature victory of the season so far, and they won in a really convincing and intriguing way. So now that you're adding Sabrina back into this mix, okay, we beat what people consider to be a championship contender pretty comfortably at that. Now we have our lead guard back. Now we can really get down to business.
For sure. And you know what? It was another dub for the New York Liberty. We're going to talk about the ATL game. We're going to talk about the Washington game. But let's first just hear what Sabrina had to say post-game yesterday afternoon after getting the victory.
Obviously, they've been playing really well, have really good chemistry, and gives me an opportunity to get my back warm. Was able to get on the bike and kind of use that time to ramp back up, knowing I know the exact time I was going to go back in. So for me it doesn't matter whether it's the bench playing, none of that stuff really matters. I'm happy to be able to put on a jersey again.
I just want to stop there, Brian, because what Sabrina's talking about here is the fact that she started off of the bench, or she came off of the bench. She did not start, excuse me. And that's the first time that's happened since 2021. Now, for those who know, of course, the 2021 season was her return from injury that had her out effectively her entire rookie campaign. She'll go on a little bit here, but were you surprised, Brian, to see her come off the bench?
No, actually, I think that based off how Chris and the team are bringing Satu Sabali back into the swing of things by having her come off the bench and seeing her gradually improve every game, I feel like that's the blueprint for Sabrina. Towards okay, you're gonna come off the bench a little bit for a good bit of time. Pauline has had everything moving really well. The starting five is starting to lock in a lot of good stuff. And now you can come in with no pressure. You get a gradually easier way back into the game without the expectations of needing to play at an all-star level immediately. So I like the idea of the team taking their time with her and gradually easing her way back into full game.
Yeah, my bad there, Brian. Yes, yeah, I agree with you. Not surprised at all. Especially, we knew she was going to have a minutes restriction. Chris DeMarco would not tell us exactly how many minutes, but we knew it was going to be less than 40. And so when that's the case, Right. When that's the case, I mean, we know she is a starter, but coming off of an injury, does she need to start? To your point, no. And Sabrina goes on to say a little bit of that. Let's play it.
Really exciting, and I'm glad like Pauline at that point guard position has been holding down the fort and doing really really well and kind of making a name for herself in this league. So I don't want to take her confidence away either. Like she's earned it. She's earned the opportunity to go out there and kind of lead the starting five. So I'm really happy for her.
Sab, you seemed aggressive right when you got in there. I think your first 3 passes should have been assists, but a couple missed shots in there. Just was that your mindset? Go right in, try to attack, and get back to where you were.
Yeah, just obviously not being tentative, kind of having the mentality of like I'm healthy, I'm good to go, and just read the game. And felt like I just kind of read what the defense gave me. Obviously, knowing like they're gonna chase me, try and use my shooting ability to open up passing lanes for everybody else. And I think some of them maybe weren't ready for some of the passes because we haven't played a lot together yet, and so kind of just trying to build up that chemistry back with the players on the floor.
You guys.
We'll hear a little bit from Hanju very, very quickly here, but is Cherise saying Sabrina still looks hurt? I don't know if I think she still looks hurt. I think she looks like someone coming back from an injury and who's only played one regular season game.
Yeah, I feel like for every first day out is always rocky in the sense very rarely do you get the 35, 7, and 7 on the first day out. So I think for Sabrina, good to sort of like knock some rust off, regain that chemistry. She had some nice pick and roll actions with Jonquel, so she's starting to get that back. And she's been around the team, which is helpful. So she's learning by osmosis. But for a high stakes team like New York, the best experience is learning by doing. So now you're gonna have to do and do and do and do. And with the schedule getting tighter starting next week, it's great to have her back right at this time, because now that the competition is gonna perk up a little bit, and they're going to be on the West Coast for this stretch, is going to be a really good opportunity to get the chemistry building down pat even more, get those reps in, get those challenging reps in as well too. That way she has a good foundation to build on as we head into July, All-Star break and beyond.
And I love what you mentioned there, because again, it's something that Sabrina, when asked about coming off of the bench, what she also said is that she's not really worried about it. She doesn't think it's going to be a long-term thing, her coming off of the bench. And she knows that, as we heard, Astier has been doing very well. So Brian, to your point, and hello, Albert and everyone else. We saw Damien hop in. Charisse, of course, is here. Mike Boy, Aloysius. Now, Aloysius, you listen, you be getting people in trouble. We put that clip out there. People coming for us about that fabricated trade. We getting calls from the organization. Now, listen, Fabian is in here. Danielle always hopping in. We appreciate you. Ronnie, of course. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think that, to me, speaks a lot to her leadership and also her willingness to play her role and her want to win. I think she said all of the right things, Brian. I think you could argue, all right, is this just, she's kind of saying whatever. But I think also I think we can tell the difference when Sabrina's asked a question that she doesn't want to answer and when Sabrina is answering a question as Sabrina. And I got the sense it was the latter.
Yeah, I feel like once you've been around long enough, when the PR brain kicks in, or it's like, oh, this is the textbook answer. Like, it's not a Chat GBT answer, because Chat GBT gets sloppy, but it's very much I've been in these classes so many times. I know exactly what to say, and I know I'm not going to give you anything that can be ravenous and get trouble down the line. So, but Sab is cool. Like, she's always great to chat with, and I agree with her ultimately, because I think sometimes, because I remember when Leo, just like a brief example, when in 2024, when Leonie Fibich really started heating up in the Liberty rotation, she didn't start until like late summer, but she was gradually getting in earlier off the bench. She was in those closing lineups, so you really get to see it there. So ultimately, and I think the true test is when you're in a close game, can a coach trust you to be out there? I think Chris can and does with Sabrina. So once they get another close game, we'll see what things look like. Woody bring her in now in a close game? I guess it depends on how Pauline is doing, and also with this team, you can really get jazzy and funky and spunky with these lineups. Like that's the great thing about what this group has so far. You can try so many different things and it'll all fit. Like you can be the full mad scientist and cook up so many concoctions, and it all has the potential to hit. So I'm excited to see what things look like now that everyone is back and back for good.
Yeah, for sure. And that's something that I talked about, especially being able to see SDA or Nestier, depending, play, is that go ahead, Brian. You wanted to talk about that?
Nasty, if you're nasty, I would say.
That's right. No, her name ain't Baby. It's Pauline. But listen, with Pauline, and again, Sabrina was very complimentary, and she knows that this is only good for the team and their goals, and it's good for her also individually, personally. She can take the time that's needed to get acclimated. You know, we heard Dougie, not Dougie Fresh, but Doug Feinberg asking, you know, he was alluding to maybe her having a few more assists, but just some early shots didn't fall. And Sab saying, well, you know, we're not used to, we don't have that rapport. So I'm making a pass, or I'm making a sharp pass, a no-look pass, and my team hasn't seen that from me for a while. I'm paraphrasing, of course, the clip that we just played. So, you know, I think all of that is going to come into play. Now, when it comes to will she be in games late, I think it really depends. And to your point, Brian, the New York Liberty are going to have some opponents where they're going to have to figure some things out as far as what they want to see. They get Chicago on Wednesday, the Washington Mystics again on Friday, and then LA is a team we see, come on, Plum Dog dropping 40-point games here. The Las Vegas Aces on Tuesday, you know, the Seattle Storm on Thursday, and then Golden State, Minnesota, and Dallas, and then Minnesota again.
Erica,
go for it.
There's a +1 that we'll circle back to soon enough, but there is a +1 in there in that stretch.
That's right. It's not right, and it's either going to be Minnesota or Vegas. That we know. We don't know exactly who, but it's likely going to be Vegas, I would imagine, at this point in time. But hasn't officially been clinched. But yes, we'll talk about all of that coming up. But listen, Damian, first of all, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop acting like the Knicks did something that the Liberty didn't do 2 seasons ago. Not to mention, they also won a Commissioner's Cup. I don't need to, I'm not comparing Sabrina to Jalen. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not personally doing it. But congratulations to Knicks fans. I am not one of them. Born and raised in New York, not a Knicks fan. Go argue with your mama. Just like born and raised in New York, do not root for the Yankees. Don't do it. Because, you know, I'm not a bandwagoner. I like, put on for the city if you want to, but I'm going to stay in my corner in Brooklyn and then in Queens for baseball. Thank you very much. But like we don't have to do this. Like, can she do that? Of course she can. Of course she can. What are we talking about? And can Jalen Brunson keep up with what the New York Liberty are doing? That's the real question.
1 ring +1 Kathy Cup on that side, 1 ring +1 Kathy Cup on this side. So it's tied. Now, who will capture the next cup? Or, well, Kathy Cup number 2. Yeah, Kathy Cup number 2. And then
maybe
Big Kathy Cup in the fall. And then
not Big Kathy Cup. She not getting the name for both. She's not getting the name for both. The unnamed WNBA championship trophy, yet to be named after 30 seasons championship trophy.
That's a good. You know what? I never thought of. You know what?
I think about it all the time. I'm like, what is the problem? Like, what is the reason? What is the reason?
I want to stay in a car briefly for a second. Who is the name on your championship trophy for the WNBA? Who would it be?
Ooh, well, as of right now, until there's a team that gets 5 championships, which if Minnesota keep Minnesotaing, then maybe it is. These are my top picks. The Coupe Cup.
Nice.
First ever WNBA MVP, also Finals MVP. And if you want a history of WNBA MVPs in the regular season, go over to blackrosemedia.com. We got something for you. We also have some things coming out against franchises that have the most championships, the most individual awards, and all that stuff. So Cynthia Cooper seems obvious. But here's the thing, Brian. This is why not naming the cup, you messed around, because now you name the cup and likely in another 10, 12 years, you're going to have to name it the Asia Wilson Cup.
Yeah.
So
Asia, take your pick. This is your world. I just live in it. Pick your award or name it after you. Just stop beating up New York basketball teams. It's okay. You've won. It's over.
Listen, so I don't know. Mike, do I have them NBA team? I absolutely do not. I don't. I'm just like, all right, y'all do what you do. Y'all do what you do. I don't have a team. Especially now that Becky's over here. No. I got a team. Not that I was a San Antonio fan, but I just love seeing Becky Hammond shine when she's not playing the New York Liberty. Y'all over here, Knicks. All right, we got some Knicks fans in here. Big Knicks energy. But again, big Knicks energy coming from Han and the team. Let's hear what they had to say about a particular video that has been making its rounds, Brian.
I put out a video yesterday to distract the Spurs.
Oh, I can't saw that video again. I can't see. I know she asked me, and I can't see what people say about this. I'm too shy, but I had fun. Yeah, I'm very fun. Yeah.
Who encouraged you to twerk? Like, was that your idea?
What twerk? What twerk mean?
Who was the person who encouraged you to join?
Like a good dancer? Dance. What I mean? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm asking something separate. Who encouraged you to join the dance?
Oh, Satu. Satu said, "Hey, come. I feel like we just have some easy dance and we down. But I don't know. We have crazy dance. But I like it. I need to join. Yeah."
As you can see, we're going to hear more from Sabrina and from Han. But man, listen, if you're on our Slack channel, I believe it was Amir who dropped that in there. Just like Han and the rest of the crew dropped it to distract San Antonio. Brian, I mean, I don't even know what to say about that video, but Han's response to what does twerking mean and the fact that friend of the pod, Jackie Powell asked that question. I mean, what were the vibes like in the media scrum when that went down?
Media is sometimes in a hilarious space because for people who are watching at home, we had Satu later, and then she was talking about, Stewie's won all these Defensive Player of the Year awards, and my fool behind was like, and then she immediately locked in on me. She's like, wait, no? I'm like, ain't got it. So it's one of those things where fool is reacting and cutting up in the background while questions are being asked, and I was like, damn. But also they are a hilarious bunch. Like, one of the funnier moments that have happened this year, leading into one of the games, Marine Johannes was asking for the baddies to pull up, which Marine is super shy, and also Marine calling the baddies in is a deeply hilarious concept in general. So they've been super loose and they're having so much fun. Like Chris was mentioning, I think one of the pressers, like, Han is a sneakily good shit talker. So Han is so bubbly and fun, but Han cuts up. Like, if he
she's hilarious.
When she cutting up, and it's so funny.
Honey was dropping it like it's hot. I'm weak. And also, Mike, you ain't got to apologize. I don't have a men's hockey team either. I didn't watch hockey until I started getting paid to watch it. So there you go. It's not a long lost love of mine. Baseball is, but not hockey, and definitely not the men's basketball. Han is just having fun. It was a lot of fun. It was ridiculously fun, man. And I mean, twerking, I feel like, is just for those from the Twerk Nation, I feel like twerking is a generous categorization of what Han was doing. Now, she was dropping it low, but I don't know if a twerk is exactly what I would say. But you know what? It doesn't matter because she was there to have a good time. Shatsu said pull up, and that's exactly what she did, and I'm here for it.
Anytime it's like, hey, come through, you come through, the vibes kick in, and just, hey, drop, hey, they get it, right? They get it, just keep getting it, keep the vibes going, you roll from there.
I love it. So Damien also asking specifically to Ronnie, can Sabrina score 20 or more points in the playoffs? Yes.
Yeah, we did it. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, what?
Yeah, we lost. Yeah, we good. Yeah, of course.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What she used to with this group is a different question, but I would say in the general theme of it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. That's yes. I mean, the answer is yes. So anyway, Ronnie's saying, I will answer that question when we reach the 2026 finals. There you go. Boom. Ronnie's like, period. Because as we always say, these are all woulda, coulda, shouldas or hypotheticals until they actually reach it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Brian, I was watching America's #1 network, and that game, woo! Listen, I know this is a podcast for New York Liberty fans, but that was a banger of a game, Brian.
I was in the bar while the big TV had the boys on, so like, I'm standing in McMahon, so it was like crazy hot, and like conversations like constantly dripping on people's shoulders. It ruined some guy's rhythm. He's trying to make some things happen, but the water kept messing up his play. I'm like, brother, you got to play through the rain. Like, this is championship time. Play through the rain, brother. But he did not. So I got the Lynx game on my phone. I'm looking down every time. Every time I look, Olivia Miles is cutting them up. Like, she going right at the MVP. Boy, I tell you what. And Cheryl, the one time in life where New Jersey Cheryl's like, please, don't chat her, please. But your kid is cutting up and taking it to Asia Wilson. I'm gonna let her talk. You feeling it? You confident? Make it happen. Natasha Howard, like in the newsletter we put, hey, the only problem for Natasha Howard, careful of them fouls. Fouled out late.
Well, but she did the work that was needed early because she was being physical. And that's what I was saying on HQ. That's exactly what Natasha Howard did, what Natasha Howard needed to do. Yes, the fouls, because that's only the first time they played each other this year, Brian. We're going to see this again and again. Boy. And then maybe a few more times, depending what the postseason look like.
And also, presumably, Minnesota's bringing in the closer next time they see Las Vegas coming in from the University of Connecticut, number 24. Boy,
it's insane, boy, right? Because and listen, contrary to popular belief, by some people that shall not be named, though I think I know have an affiliation to the aforementioned #1 network. Natasha Howard didn't learn that in Indiana. If anything, she had to master and perfect it and then do it in Indiana because, like, as quiet as it's kept, Natasha Howard was one of the 3 people from the original Indiana roster that was not injured to the point of season ending last season. But, I digress because we're going to get back to the New York Liberty. I don't know, why do y'all hate on Sabrina? I just really don't understand, but that's okay, because hate all you want because we about to hear from her again. Thank you.
Knicks game last night. Or did you watch?
Of course. If not, you could hear it outside. I watched it at home. I'm just so excited for those guys. Like, obviously really good friends with a lot of them. They've supported us at games, and especially Mikhail. So, yeah, what just an amazing accomplishment for them, but also just for like the city, for the fan base who have been, waiting a really long time. And I think the beautiful thing is whether they were winning or losing, the support always stayed the same. And obviously that's something that I feel like you know, you kind of want to bring in a fan base that does that. And I feel like that's something that we have here as well. Whether we're up, down, the fan base is always supporting us, helps us win games, sticks with us in hard seasons and good seasons. And I'd say that's just New York basketball.
Thank you, Brian. I was so excited. Thank you. Sabrina gets it. This is about New York. Like, this is about New York. And she accurately said that that's what she had when she had her championship run. So it was exciting to see the Knicks do it when the Knicks were on their run as well.
Also,
congratulations.
A couple thoughts I have is I feel like the Liberty work as almost like neutral ground for basketball fans in New York City, whereas like the Nets fans love the Liberty, the Knicks fans love the Liberty, and other people in between love the Liberty too. So you have a great mix of people that are always there and always having that positive energy. So that part's always cool. Sab, of course, mentioning the players that she's been cool with and have always been around Barclays Center and usually pop in when they can. So that's a great thing. And now, can I tell you people a story?
Tell us a story, please do.
So I watched games 4 and 5 at our favorite establishment in Brooklyn.
That's right.
Great
That's
time.
right.
And hot. Like if you've been at the West Indian Day Parade in September or for Labor Day, you know how packed things can get. It's hot. It's crowded. Like 95 degrees with the real feel of like 100 whatever out there. So you know it's hot in there. And then once things are cooking, it's like, oh, you have to get to if you're sitting down and then making a run, you don't get up again. You stay put. You don't move. You don't change a single thing about what you do. So friend of the show, Owen Pence, I'm next to him. And like he sits down, they start making their run from 29 down. And it's like, Owen, don't get up. Stay put. Don't even move, buddy. They stay put. He stays put. They win. Game 5. It's standing room only. I'm in a situation where water is like dripping like every 5 minutes because it's so hot in there and it's so packed. And it's like, this is kind of rough. But you know what? I'm gonna just stay right here because everybody having a good time. This thing looking good. And then they win. Everyone's it's so much jubilation. Oh my God, we finally did it. And meanwhile, I'm not the sober friend because I had a few myself, but I am not drunk with We Are the New York Knicks. That's not my je ne sais quoi.
No, go New York, go New York, go.
I am not We Are the New York Knicks. That's not
a throwback. That was my comeuppance, and I was like, oh, if I got to choose one orange and blue team, I'm going with the Mets. Now, was that the right choice? To be determined.
But I will say, speaking briefly of them, if they get that far, buddy, I'm cutting up. Like I don't streak in public, but you won't want to see me.
I will go wild.
You won't want to see me, buddy, because buddy, I will
go wild. I will go wild, especially because I was crutching it up for the Liberty Parade, so I was like, I can't be out there, man. I had the boot, I had the cane, it was a mess. But if the Metropolitans do it, come on.
Erica, championship minutes, like played through injury, delivered clutch minutes when it counted. Championships all the way, damn it.
Let's go. So bring some of that juju over to Citi Field. Also they got Gotham playing at Citi Field in like a month, Brian. So maybe they're gonna bring the good juju because Gotham, if we want to keep it a buck, if y'all want to keep it a buck, and listen, I don't always like sharing with New Jersey. That's a New Jersey team, but they say New York, New Jersey. Okay, whatever. That's always been a New Jersey team, but I digress. They claim the tri-state area. I'll give them that. And they won not once, but twice in the last 5 years. So you got to give it up to Gotham.
And what's also
baddies for the win.
And also what's great, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking back to the women's hockey that sold out MSG earlier this year. Like everything is so hot right now in New York. Like everyone's feeling good. Like there's so much success across different sports. You really get to see the full the full bloom of New York. And also, Amir, now that you've got me on that point, it's so funny watching the love of Ja Rule in 2026. When I remember in 2004, everybody and their mama wanted that brother out of here, and they succeeded because his output was it wasn't hitting like that no more. You know, that's that bad song with Ashanti where they're looking like greasers in the music video, not a hit. The other stuff he was doing, I kind of liked it, but people weren't feeling it no more. But then New York came out, I was like, man, it's hot, but we didn't want to give him credit in 2004. But now in 2026. And I think did he perform that during the Liberty Run too? I could have swore he was at a game.
He might have. You know, we know Fat Joe, Remy Ma was in the house because we were in there too. I'm conceited. I got a reason. Yo, seeing Leo be like, I don't know what this song is, but I'm a rock to it because I'm drunk and having a good time was one of my favorite. It's a core Barclays memory.
Yeah. That's the great thing about the vibe. Just like, oh, I don't know this song, but you know what? You see, like hear the beat a little bit. It's like, all right, I got it, and then you win it. And then once you win it, you win it.
That's it. All right, listen, we're gonna keep it moving. The parade is on Thursday. Y'all have a good time. Wouldn't you know? For the last 2 games, of all places, I'm here with some doggos. Do y'all know where I am? I'm not even kidding. I'm in San Antonio right now.
Oh no. Oh boy.
So you're welcome, Knicks fans. You're welcome. I did the reverse curse just for y'all, just so y'all could feel it. All right, we're gonna keep it moving because we have some other things that we want to hear from Han or about Han and about and from Han.
That like supercharge, you know, your guys' desire to again make that finals push of your own, like watching the way that the city reacted to that.
I mean, we better have that fire to want to do that. I wouldn't say any different. I think it's exciting to see, like, there's going to be a parade, and it kind of brings you back to the memories of what it felt like to win here and how special it is. And maybe for some of the players who weren't here and a part of that team, they get to experience it a little bit through a different light and knowing that that's how the city rallies behind us as well. And, you know, if we keep playing the right way and, you know, taking it one game at a time, we're kind of in control of our own destiny.
How have you gotten more comfortable from the start of the season to now, defensively?
I need to keep going. Like, I just, every time we have meeting or we have a coach practice, I just focus what they say and execute. And today is a defense similar with our play schedule. Yeah, I just execute. And I have a big size, so I need to use it. That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Who on the coaching staff or amongst the other players has really given you the best tips when it comes to this defense?
Of course, Courtney. Yeah, cause she teach me a lot. Yeah, she's my position coach, center, the post players. Yeah, she helped me and the post player a lot. And every day before the game, she will tell me a lot about the team, about the against the player. Yeah, the player who will be against. And I know a lot about her, for her, so she helped me a lot.
We'll take 2 more.
Oh, Danny asked my question.
She literally mind reader.
Hey, Han has been really confident in the past couple of games, and even today she was really flying all over the court on defense. You've been with her for a long time. Just how have you sort of seen her confidence grow over time?
Yeah, I feel like every game it's just continued to kind of take leaps, and her understanding of the game, her IQ getting better, her connections with players, you know, we know where she wants to get the ball, and we need an aggressive Han, and she knows that. We need someone who comes in off the bench, and her ability to shoot the 3 opens up the floor for all of us, guards included, like going downhill out of a pick and roll. The big can't help as much because she's popping and, you know, filling behind, or the rotation is coming off the weak side and then the skip pass is open. And so she understands the gravity that she has. It's our job to kind of get her easy looks, but it's been really a privilege for me to be able to be her teammate for as long as I have, and just seen kind of both of us grow together through this league, and just trying to help make the game as simple as I can for her.
I love that we got to hear from Brian Florentin, your very own, not only co-host of Gotta Get Up, the only New York Liberty podcast, weekly podcast, at least as far as I know, but also your curator of the Women's Basketball Roundup, which we did hear Hanju talk about, not Courtney, that was a mistake on the captions, but Courtney, as in Courtney Paris. And if you want to hear an exclusive interview that Black Rosie Media got with Courtney Paris, then you're going to want to make sure you subscribe to the Women's Basketball Roundup, because on Friday we're going to drop that exclusive audio, and she's talking about working with Hanju and Jonquel Jones in particular, and of course building off of her illustrious career both at Oklahoma but in the WNBA as well. But I liked what Sabrina said about Han. I do think we continue to see a more refined game from Han. And Brian, I like that Han identified that she has to be aggressive, use her size, but I also liked what we heard from Sabrina as far as the ability for Han to shoot from the perimeter and bank shots and make shots from the perimeter opens things up for the rest of the offense.
Yeah, Han's game yesterday was really intriguing. One of the things that Chris did was that when they were in zone, Han was defending on the wing. So Han is like flying into double, like moving over the court incredibly well and using her size and quickness, especially at her height, in a way that we're not used to seeing from her. And that was really intriguing because you have JJ, you have Stewie, they can cover just about anything, but then you have Han who's flying all over the court, and being able to have a big who can disrupt things like that on the side of a 3-2 zone, like that's amazing. Like that's awesome. Yeah. And on the offensive side, Han's catch and shoot ability is really solid. I feel sometimes Han is very much when she gets it, it's like it's my time kind of thing with her, which is cool for the most part. But there are other times, like now, she's getting it. She's initiating from the elbow. She's getting into the dribble handle. She's doing all these things. She can pop for 3-point lane. She can roll to the rim. She's doing a lot of good things. And Chris he mentioned in the post game that she's a very good player. She can do these things really well. And I feel they've been pouring into her a lot this year. Yep. And I feel with that increased confidence comes a greater sense of comfort for the coaching staff to be like, okay, I can run you. I can keep out here a little bit longer. I can sit JJ a little bit longer, let her rest up, and then keep her fully locked in for the stretch run of a game when it's close. So I think that Han is so intriguing. And if she's able to be that player off the bench, now you can run all kinds of combinations, because you can have a Han, Stewie, Leo, Benaja lineup. You can have Han and JJ. You can have the triple center. You can have the triple Han, JJ, Stewie. Like shit, you can put Satu and Leo out there, not your 5. Like you can do.
Telling you.
You can do all kinds of crazy bananas combinations, and it'll all play as long as she keeps that energy and effort, which I think she will.
Listen, ain't no party like a Brooklyn block party. And I mean that literally, and also at Barclays, like for real though, like Brooklyn block parties is crazy. Remember when they used to do those free concerts? Where was that? It's like right over there in East Flatbush, over by where my mom's stays. And I forget.
Not the first Saturdays at the museum, right?
No, they don't do it no more. They used to. I forget what they used to call it. But
the joints at the park, right?
Yeah, they did. I remember one summer they did. I got to see for free. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, even Lauryn Hill. Now she was like 3 hours late, but we still stayed and watched it. Still watched it. Jill Scott gave like 3 encores. People were leaving every time. I was like, I'm staying right here until they kick me out, because she came every time like it was a brand new concert. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's gonna bother me.
Band show, that's what it's called. Was it the Prospect Park band show you thinking about?
No, it wasn't Prospect Park. Like I'm gonna look it up, because I'm like, oh, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me because it's that same anyway, we'll get into it. But let's get into the block party that the Liberty put on. 10 blocks against Washington. 7 of those for someone who we barely talked about, which is wild, Brianna Stewart, a career high 7 blocks. And that goes, the reason I wanted to set up Han is because all of the things that we're seeing in the flexibility that she offers this lineup, it also then can trap teams into what Jonquel Jones and especially Brianna Stewart do very well. And so in this 7-game streak, which we're also going to kind of talk about, but in this stretch, we're starting to see the vision. And remember, I kind of talked about whether I mean, I used a lot of analogies. I talked about double dutch. I talked about hockey changes. I talked about volleyball changes. We're starting to see that because to your point about the lineups, we also saw some of that, especially late in the game. You know, we saw different lineups, different rotations working for the New York Liberty. And for me, especially seeing that game that we saw on CBS, the game that the New York Liberty had against Atlanta and Washington, Brian, are starting to exercise some of the demons that I think they had earlier in this 7-game streak.
Yeah, I think especially for the Atlanta game, because I think the Dream walked into the game in top 2 in rebounding and being able to win on the glass in the way that they did. And
Yep.
I think what also helped is that New York was excellent at the free throw line. And surprisingly to me, because I didn't check the numbers beforehand, but the Dream, very poor free throw shooting team. That will be a problem come later for them. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. But New York was able to muscle them on the inside. They made things tough for Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. Angel Reese balled out, but when it's one going up against the dynamic duo of Stewie and JJ on the interior with some great minutes from Han and Raquel off the bench, it's we got some size, we got some things that are going to make things tough for you. And New York did the smart play of leaving Angel open to take jumpers, because when Angel is at the rim and when she's sort of like wreaking havoc on the glass, she's amazing. But if it's okay, you can take that jumper, like it's a corner 3. It's not the shot we like giving up, but you're taking it, so go ahead, take it. Elbow jumpers, that's you can do that. So you got to really see the level of execution sharpen and rise in real time. And I think for the group, a game like that is so instructive. A road game that essentially clinched the Commissioner's Cup for them. They officially locked it in on Sunday, but the Atlanta game was this is the game to get. And even last week, I was kind of like, oh, it's going to be really tight. But they won convincingly. And they doing it on the road in the way that they did, I think is awesome. And I think for this group, being able to, during this win streak, really lock in on defense, I think number 1 in WNBA defensive rating during the winning streak, being able to do that and being able to really prevent those shots at the rim, good closeouts, not helping too much, really doing things the right way, toggling in the zone with man defense, really throwing different curveballs and different pitches at opponents and keeping them off balance. I think them doing this at a really high level is incredibly impressive. And I think now that they are right near the top of the league standings,
that's exactly it. I just remembered, Amir. I was like, "Oh, it's Wingate." Yes, it was Wingate.
Great
it was
pull.
Wingate. That's exactly it. As soon as I saw your comment, like I was like, "Oh, I remember. It was Wingate." Yup. That's exactly it.
This is why our commenters are so great, because my brain did not remember Wingate, but
I'm
Amir,
telling you, the Wingate concerts were fire. That's exactly what it was. And I just remembered what it was, Amir. But you got it. Yup.
There we go. Thank you. Give you some dap from here, my man.
Wingate. That's it. Oh my gosh. Oh man. But yeah, I think what we're seeing from this New York Liberty squad right now is exactly, again, what we had envisioned. Now it's still not perfect in this 7-game streak, but I love the confidence. And y'all talking about JJ's hair. At first I was like, wait a minute, who is that? Because earlier I was talking about on CBS with the We Need to Talk Now pod, we were talking about the fro, the Olivia Miles fro. When Olivia Miles puts the fro out, it's about to be crazy. Gird your loins, hide your mama, hide your kids, hide your wife. Like, it's about to be crazy. And so I don't know. JJ might need to put that thing back up. I don't know. was the player of the game for the New York Liberty. I mean, had a great, fantastic game. And I know Swung Over is traveling, safe travels to you, but hopped in earlier and said, we're starting to see people pick things up. And I didn't realize this completely, Brian, but, I guess it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks now, where JJ was like, yeah, coming off of the procedure that she had in the off season, she was just starting to feel herself at the beginning of this win streak, and now to have that continue, moving the ball. I like what we saw from Han, because especially last night on Sunday, we saw her versatility. And I don't always like when she shoots from the perimeter, but the fact that she knows and is being instructed to be more aggressive, I think we're starting to see that more on the defensive side, but it's going to give her confidence also on the offensive side, because eventually, or maybe not, but I would imagine that, there's going to be a time where teams are going to have to decide if they're going to let her and JJ shoot from out there. But what needs to happen is, and I think this is just something to be cautious about, is that I don't want to see the Liberty revert back to even if they're not being run off the line, because remember, JJ could take people off the dribble. She did that last year. I was like, damn, she can take people off the dribble. But, I still want JJ and Han, when she's in the game, with Satu now getting even more with her health coming up, her minutes coming up, and then again, her aggressiveness and physicality coming up. The paint presence is going to be critical in this stretch that they have on the road, including our games, at least one game, if not more, against the Aces. They've got the Minnesota Lynx twice coming up before All-Star break. They've got Dallas coming up. Vegas and Dallas are playing right now, and we're not going to stay on here forever. So don't be throwing too many things in the fourth quarter, because I got to be on air for CBS at 10 p.m. or after this game. So don't be keeping us here all night, y'all. All right.
In the fourth quarter, we are running the 7 seconds or less offense. We are doing one pick and roll. One of us is going to roll to the rim. We finishing at the basket every time.
Listen, y'all not keeping us here all night. I'm looking at you, Aloysius. I'm looking at you. Talking about hypothetical trades, getting folks in trouble. And this is true, Black Metronome. And this is why we talked about it, right, Brian? Was I concerned about the New York Liberty, the start? Yes and no. Yes, because there were things, the turnovers, the not boxing out. You can't have that if you're trying to be a champion. When we see how Minnesota is playing, when we see how Atlanta is playing, when we see how Dallas is playing, and of course, when we see how Vegas is playing, you cannot do those things. You just can't do them. So I was concerned about that. But the no is because we're seeing Satu get her footing back. We're seeing JJ get back. We're seeing Pauline Astier be able to figure out the game, even as people are now starting to put her on the scout. We're seeing Sabrina come back. Leo is here. There's so many different options, and that's why this double dutch or volleyball switching and changes, I think, is really going to open things up. But we heard it, right, Brian? I mean, you were at the game, but we heard it from the players. Like, before that game, at that practice, what was everybody saying? We're just so excited to be able to run things with everybody healthy.
Yep. And I think especially you want to, since we're a bit past the quarter mark of the season, you don't want to still be in the ramp up stage too long, because you're stuck in the middle, and then it's, we're 20 games in and we're still trying to figure it out. We're 25 in, or at the All-Star break, we're not at full strength yet. We can't really get a feel for what this is, especially with the new coach and doing what he needs to do now that they were able to make it through the quarter part. And I think Damien is right that there's still a lot of work to be done. I think for the group, it's cutting down the turnovers, making sure they're continuing to get in the paint. Now, something else I'm thinking about, one of the things I liked about how Chris deployed Sabrina yesterday was that he had her a lot with Pauline. So having another good ball handler on the court with her, thank you for that, Amir. So having another good ball handler and another guard who can get downhill in the ways that Pauline does. And I think the great thing about Pauline is that it feels like the scouting report across the league hasn't caught up to her yet. Whereas, we're going to go under. Okay, she can take that open three. And you want to go off that? She can drive and finish at the rim. Like, she does a lot of things well, and having her next to Sabrina gives her a boost of confidence, lets her play with another lead guard and like Sab, and you get to sort of build her confidence as Sabrina gets comfortable too. So you're doing a lot of good things coming together all at once. And I think especially for the number one defense, you need to be able to lock in the ways that New York has. Because I think what sets New York apart from a lot of teams is that they have so much length up and down the roster. Like, you could theoretically run a lineup of players 6'4" and above and be perfectly fine and not lose out on much of anything, if at all. So now, and Ronnie makes a great point, the length and depth is key, because I think I might have mentioned it here once. I wish I'd asked Satu Sabli about it a few weeks back, whereas, now that there's so much great talent and great depth on teams across the league, is it a situation now with the game being so spread out and expanded in the ways that it does it help sort of like keep you from overburdening your minutes early, especially so you're not having to play 36, 37 minutes and you're having to cover all 94 feet and constantly have to like do those huge rotations and those huge swings every possession in the way that basketball requires it now. So having good depth and good length across the roster makes it a lot more manageable for everybody's health. So that way you're not having to overextend certain things. I think yesterday, I don't think anybody crossed 30 minutes for the Liberty in yesterday's game.
Yeah.
So you're able to do that. You're able to protect everyone's minutes while still letting them get the most out of their time on the court. So you're doing in the success. You're building the success now, and you're laying the foundation for the future. So you know when it's October, okay, all right, Stewie, I have you pitch 7 innings a night throughout the early part of the year. I need you to go 8+. Can you do it? Yeah, I can do it. Then she does it because she has plenty of gas left in the tank, and she's not having.
And this is what we talked about, right? We talked about it because for a while it was Stewie keeping everything moving, and now that you're getting more elements back, you're getting more people into their game, I do think that this is going to be good. And I want to go to this, Fabian and a few other people talking about turnovers. Impressed with the winning streak despite the high turnovers. Still, if we can clean those up, then they'll definitely level up even more. And I'm with you there. Erica talking about, what do you think about turnovers not being as bad considering the style of play they are implementing? I saw a reporter from the game saying that those many turnovers are not as bad. Listen, it's an interesting question, Brian. I'll take this one first, and then I'd love to have you chime in. For me, the style of play, especially now that we're starting to really see the full vision here, I think I understand it's about pace, it's about positionless, it's about your point forward or your point center can bring the ball up. JJ, I don't always like some of the no-look passes, and sometimes there's some lackadaisical lobs, as I like to call them in my head, that I don't love. But she can be a fantastic facilitator. And if the team is having trouble getting the ball into the paint, she can get the ball to Stewie. She can get the ball to Han. She can get the ball to Satu. So I wonder if, and I didn't hear exactly what you're talking about here. But I can see a world in which you're like, oh, well, that's how they play. Here's the thing. When you have turnovers, that means you're giving possessions to your opponent. And whether those are fast break points, whether they are opportunities where then they can set up their offense and even get second chance buckets, you are giving up opportunities to your opponent. To me, that's never a good thing. I don't believe in moral victories when it comes to turnovers. I really don't. I just don't. Not when the top is as tight as it's going to be.
Yeah. I think someone in the comments, I think, specified the turnovers that I think are the most fatal. I think someone had put live ball turnovers. It might have been Al Page or Al Page. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Dead ball turnovers. Okay. So I think if you want to keep the turnovers to a minimum, but if I had to choose, I'd rather it be the dead ball because it still gives your defense a chance to set back up.
To set up. Yep.
I think the danger that comes a lot is that Oh my. Okay.
Yeah,
My
it is 24-18 right now, with less than 2 to go in the first quarter.
Oh boy. Page back, and Page came back for the right opponent, ready to cook up. So I'm excited to check into that. And to you guys' point, I think dead ball turnovers are okay because you get to set things back up. Where they've cut down the live ball turnovers in particular, which is helpful. And that way you're preventing those leak outs, those early transition opportunities. And I think to the point where I think Erica V mentioned about turnovers being okay, I think I can get jiggy with that. And I say that because I think if they're
And I just see your comment, Amir, and my comment is no comment. Don't ask about my don't worry about it. Don't worry about my qualifications. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about my twerking qualifications.
Yeah, so to Erica B's point, I think it might have been, I think I was talking to Lucas about it actually a while back, where if you're making turnovers where you see like you sort of like see the high value play coming in, where it's you're trying to squeeze something in particular, like you see like an angle that the defense may not be able to get. And Al P's point is great about the Kerr Warriors, especially when Durant was there. The turnovers were high, but they were so electric elsewhere when they did complete possession. So the Liberty have that capability within what they're doing too. So I like that comp. And I think for turnovers, if it's situations where you have a great angle and you're able to get something and you see it and try to execute it, that's fine. But I think sometimes the bad turnovers, and this was the combo we were having when they played Indiana, Clark had turnovers where it's just like there's no home run capability there. It's just like you're hacking blindly and just chasing stuff out the strike zone in a sense. Whereas that's just a bad pass. I don't even know where the vision is with there. Those are the ones where it's trouble. I think this group has cut down on those and they're really settled and they're really I think they're getting more disciplined when it comes to that. They can still, my perfect world is you keep the turnovers to 0 because this offense is so talented and so good. I want to get a shot up at the rim every possession. And because if I miss, it's JJ down there, and only one player in basketball can really bump with JJ like that. And we see her next Tuesday night on the only game on the calendar, which is going to be fantastic. That's the only one that could bump with JJ like that. So if a shot misses, I got JJ who can clean up on the board. Stewie, great rebounder. Satu, excellent rebounder. I want to get as many things up at the basket as I can, or at the very least, force pressure to get to the free throw line where we're really excellent.
Now, Aloysius, you're going to force us into the fourth quarter. You're going to force us into the fourth quarter. Can Paige Beckers turn the page on the book of Ionescu via trick? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to get another call, Brian. I'm going to get another call. Like, listen, why are we trading Sabrina? Answer this. Why are we trading Sab? Sis just got back and y'all already trying to ship her off to Dallas. Come on now.
I'm not wishing good old Gregory Bibb on my worst foes. No, thank you.
Listen, if anything, the Paige might. Let me stop. I don't want to speak for people. Let me stop.
Boy. we get clipped the wrong way. The good folks of Connecticut would come pay us a visit next. No, Husky Nation, stand down. We chilling over here, dog.
Why are we trying to get rid of her? Why are we trying to get rid of Sabrina?
Our dog, man.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta chill. Let Jingle Jangle live. She ain't been healthy. Let Jingle Jangle live. I still believe in the jingle and the jangle.
Sharpshooter for real. We ride.
Come on, let's go. The Libs have been boxing out. And I love to see it. Dallas is not trading Paige buckets for Ionescu. Dallas is not trading Paige. Period. Why would they do this? Why would anyone do this? Y'all gotta chill, man. Listen, don't be getting us in trouble.
Greg is not gonna come looking for us. He might come looking at you in your house for suggesting trading his picks. Greg, Jet Shepard, Lance Smith, all the guys.
Greg is like, I did not have to fight on these social media streets to justify why I did not pick Olivia Miles just to trade Paige and AZ to New York. I ain't do it. Not Amir saying I nominate Aloysius for captain of the FDNY because he's starting fires. Listen. Paige not leaving Dallas. Y'all bugging. So Swung Over saying, I feel like y'all haven't seen Sab play. She's amazing and adds new skills every year. She does. She absolutely does. 100%. She gets better every year. And y'all just gotta chill. Hello. I remember watching that game and hits.
Ryan Russo, you will see heaven for that, brother.
Sab got us a ring. Chill. Ionescu is a tremendous player. This Sunday, she had incredible passes. She really did. And that's how she knew she could impact the game. And she did what she could do without having to overdo it, which, if we're keeping it a buck, I know we talk about Stewie and her minutes, but Sab predates Stewie here in New York. And Sab has been overworked. She's been overworked.
Yeah, it's a situation like we talked about it a lot last year. Like she played where she couldn't turn her head, and it's like, Sabrina, why are you playing? Hey, they need me, and she's playing big minutes, and I'm like, damn, dude. Like,
yeah, she was doing a Zoolander left turn. The whole body had to turn. Like,
look, I don't feel good. I stay home. I ain't going to work. No, but you played for the. She tough, man. She double tough, and hey. That's one of the things we love about our New York basketball players. Like they tough, they fight through the pain, they fight through the irks and injuries and frustrations. But hey, man, we got some tough basketball players in the city.
I'm telling you what. Listen, she's not of New York. She's not of New York, but she's for New York, right? Yeah. She wasn't born here. She don't pass any of the tests. Okay, because listen, that's another thing about this Knicks run, fam, man. Everyone's got an opinion on what it means to be a New Yorker. But you know what I'm glad about, Brian? And I'm going to go off the script here a little bit, and then we got to wrap up so I can watch this game and hop on CBS HQ after Aces in Dallas. Go check it out. Yours truly is going to be on there. But I'm so glad that people are keeping it real about a chopped cheese. I'm telling you right now, I didn't grow up with nobody's chopped cheese. And I had a 212. I still have a 917 number. Like, don't play me. Not everyone in New York was eating chopped cheese. And I promise you, the way y'all be saying it, nobody said that like that when I was growing up. Nobody said, I don't know and bing bong, what Subway makes that sound? Where did bing bong? What are we doing? Like, I promise some of the stuff that people hang on to is not even real. It's not even real. Bing bong.
Erica is looking to get the side talkers out of here. And you know what? I agree. Because these streamers, no, thank you. I ain't, no. Oh, wait, let's shoot some content. No, I want you not near nothing.
Don't come, talk to me about tokens. If you can't pick it up. If you don't know what subway track we talking about,
I hate the tokens.
Come at me. Like, if you don't know what it means when I say, oh, it's Coco Mango Cherry season. If you don't know how you order a regular, and if you want to keep it a buck, at least, I don't know, this might be a Bronx thing. Actually, now that I think about it, it might be a Bronx thing. But when you order a regular slice, not cheese, a regular slice and a Sicilian slice, it's a 1-in-1. It's a 1-in-1. Let me get a 1-in-1. One regular, one Sicilian, period. And you fold it. And you let the grease drip, in the thing, and then you walk out with the slice folded. Bing bong, chopped cheese. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Also, a fun, I guess, depending on your perspective on this. The great thing about New York is that we spawn everywhere. So it's where the hell all these hats came from? We're just everywhere. Like only 8 million of us can be here at a time. So the rest of us are just like we spread
we out somewhere.
Like it's like damn, y'all in Detroit? Yeah, we in Detroit. Damn, y'all in Texas too? Yep, Texas, Florida, everywhere in between. You go. It's gonna be one of us at least one of us.
Come on, somebody gonna be outside. I don't know nothing about nobody's chopped cheese. I don't know who is she. Sorry to this girl. I don't know you.
I had seen some Yankees and Mets fitters in Ireland. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yo, in Paris, when I was there, the amount. At first, I was seeing Yankees caps, and listen, what's his name from Limp Bizkit? Everybody was wearing. You can't. Fred Durst. There you go, Fred Durst, and all them. Everybody was wearing a Yankees cap, and still does. So you can't take that serious. But when I started walking around and seeing Mets hats, I was like, bro, what? In Paris, they was wearing the Mets stuff. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. You got to say it with the right intonation. What? Bing bong? I'm not getting with it. I'm not getting with it. That stand clear of the closing doors, please. Bing bong. That's not what that sound is. That's not what that sound is. Bing, bing, bing. No. It's ding, if anything, but it's not bing. No bing bong. We don't do bing bong. I don't do bing bong. You could take that somewhere else. I don't know. I don't mess with no bing bong. No bing bong. Coco Mango Cherry. If you don't know Coco Mango Cherry season, then you don't know no Caribbeans that speak Spanish. And you cannot be trusted saying you from New York and you don't know nobody who speaks Spanish and is from the Caribbean to tell you what Coco Mango Cherry. Coco. Mango. Not mango. Mango. Coco Mango Cherry. One word. Coco Mango Cherry. Piragua. Let's go. That means it's springtime, baby. That's what I'm saying. If it's Coco Mango Cherry season, that means we about to take the hoodies off. Spring has sprung, baby. That's what that means. Listen, exactly. Sab she's an adopted Brooklyn Betty. Now she does the pineapple on the pizza because she's from California. And we're just gonna have to let that go. I don't love it. But yeah, she gets an honorary. I don't know what you was talking about with J-Lo being right. I don't know what that means because J-Lo be saying some crazy stuff and then be like, if you know, you know. And I'm like, literally, J-Lo, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Like, what was her bodega order? I was like, nobody says that, sis. Like, come on. Like, nobody says that. But you do have to have a bodega order. Come on. I mean, I guess if you want to do chopped cheese, live your best life. I'm not ordering nobody's chopped cheese because I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what. I promise you, I have no idea what a chopped cheese is.
I've been heavy on bagels with cream cheese and jelly for the past 2 months. Like every time I'm in the office,
and jelly. Okay, yeah. All right.
I've been huge on that for the past 2 months. Like I'm like, yeah, man, this is my jam. And like 10 o'clock in the morning, I get down to the office. I'm like, yep, give me that. Give me a little bottle of orange juice. Oh. Charisse, tell us more.
So let me check the score again. Damn. Okay, 44-26 with 6:16 left. I'm gonna have to.
Are they're in Dallas or they're in Vegas?
They're in Arlington, Texas. Yeehaw.
Polar bears are bound. 44-26. My God.
That's what it says.
Who was cooking up for Dallas? What's that box score hitting on right now?
Let me see. Hold up. I'm gonna have to hop on this real quick. But let's see. Who's popping right now? Let's see. Oh, damn. I just saw the plus minus. -9, -13, -8, -17, -19, -10, -1, minus or +1. Go ahead, Kirsten Bell. You better be a +1.
KB.
Bree Turner, -14. Janiyah Barker still ain't play. All right. Agumbawale is got 11 points. Shepard has 10 points. Owakuir has 7. Paige Buckets, the comeback, has 5. So they're really spreading it out, but it's Jess Shep and Arike taking off. AZ has 2, so they I mean, I don't know.
That's the great thing about the Dallas Wings are a great media friend, because I think ESPN has a feature on them today, and every time the big feature comes out, the team that's spotlighted, you have to play well. Those are the rules. If you get a large cover story, you have to succeed that night, because if you don't, you make us humble writers look bad. We spend our time and our resources and our typing time getting it up to y'all. So hey, help your fellow writer out, Dallas, please.
Let's go. Jewel Lloyd with 9 off the bench. Asia Wilson with 11. Jackie Young, 4 points. Nalissa Smith, 0 points. Stephanie Talbot, 0 points. Chelsea Gray, 0 points. Cheyenne Parker Tyus, 2 points. Kirsten Bell is a +1, but 0 points. So basically, it's just Jewel and Asia knocking down shots. Let me see. They are 10 of 27 from the floor. And 3 of 8 from the 3. 10 of 27 is kind of wild.
Like my basketball brain has to treat 18 like 10 used to be back in the day, because teams get hot from 3-point so frequently these days, so they might be able to cook up really fast. But
yeah, I mean, and this, it's not the halftime, but let me just, I'm gonna see, hold on, because what the freedom, like, what is happening? Hold on. It is, is this what I'm seeing? 50-26 with 4:21 left.
Oh my. Do you people want to be like the New York Knicks and make a record comeback against a Texas-based basketball team?
Listen.
24? And you on the road?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of wild. So that's Belt. Listen. All right, go ahead, Brian.
The Dallas Wings are unintentionally ruining an early lead I had for next week. I was gonna be like, oh man, the Libs and the Aces, undefeated winning streaks, clash of the Titans on USA Network. Nope. Hey, if you guys get out the way early, because could you imagine? I'm done like a few days early, and then the night before they lose, and then the publisher thinks they're like, oh, look at this winning streak, but they lost last night, Brian. What happened? Hey, not me. But you know what, Dallas, you guys exceeding expectations. And someone put in the chat earlier that Liberty lost don't look so bad now. You right.
Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, Dallas, Jose was saying some things and catching enemies real early, but he wasn't wrong, fam.
Jose, cook it up. He cook it up.
Jose said, yeah, let me get this barbecue chicken real quick.
Yeah.
Dang, 23-8 is oof. Lynx versus Liberty in the Cup final. We'll see, because again.
Also, Cherise, can I admit something to the audience here?
Confession.
I root for things that make my life easier. So if the Taffy Cup final is at Barclays Center, my life is a lot easier because I don't have to travel anywhere. So I was like, oh, word, it's gonna be in Brooklyn, and unlike in 2024, they won't be moved for the NBA draft. Then we have to schlep to Long Island. Great energy, but still, a schlep was had. It's in Barclays Center. I get to work from home or be in the office.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that. So because the Western Conference teams are playing one more game than the East, so it goes by point differential.
I think someone explained it to me yesterday. I think it's the average margin per game. So if you're like plus 84 in like 6 games, that's like 14 points per game. And then if you're like if your margin's like lower per game, I think that's the differentiator. But if it works out where Vegas loses, that means
it don't matter.
Yeah, that means we won't have to do math in public. Lucky us.
Oh man. Oh, I 2 things before we get out of here. Swung Over asked this, is it just me or are the free throws for everyone but the Liberty not landing too hot in these last 7? That's interesting because, free throws and who's getting them, who's not, who's making them, and who's not is really interesting, Brian. I don't know. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's because foul drawing is a skill. And I know a lot of basketball discussion, especially on the men's side, is they grifting for fouls. I'm like, yeah, maybe. But sometimes if you're just able to use your body and use your leverage, Jeff is relying on the Dallas Wings being the Dallas Wings. And will they Dallas wing? We shall find out. I tend to believe that the Dallas Wings will Dallas wing when things happen and when things get tight. So I'm gonna get on this game in a little bit, see what's up. But I think to the free throw point, I think being able to draw fouls, and especially in the way that Stewie does, where she's able to use angles, cut really well, live at the rim,
body people,
situation where you get to where you need to be. And on the other side, I think they've done a better job of avoiding fouling. Especially, I think mixing in the zone helps a lot too. So that way, because sometimes if you're beat 1-on-1 and you're driving, you do like a foul to sort of like prevent things from getting worse in that situation. In the zone, it's a little bit easier to navigate. And I think also the help defense has been really A+. So everything is locked in, dialed in, and everything is sort of like moving in a harmonious manner. So it's making things a lot better and helping prevent fouls. I think you can always be even better at that, and you want to make it so that way, as you're continuing to throw curveballs at the opponent and keeping them off balance, you're not bailing them out by committing fouls, especially late in the shot clock.
Yeah. I think I would love to see, because Stewie does get into that mode, but I feel like sometimes she has to. She doesn't always go there right away. But she can go into like beast mode. Like I said, when she dropped that shoulder on Maisha Hines Allen, I was like, oh yeah. Little skinny Stewie was like bong. And I was like, let's go.
I'm like, damn, you got the gripper.
Right, exactly. And just to be clear, bong is definitely a New York thing, but usually is a bang bang, or at least that's how I would do it. Bang bang. Not bing bong. Who where did Bing? Bing Crosby? What are we talking about? Bing who? Why Bing? Bing bang bang. No, bang bang. That's what we used to say. Anyway, I don't know. And like for the people on social media trying to clown me for not knowing nothing about New York because I now live in Oklahoma, you played yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you're not in New York, don't come at me. And if you're not from New York and you're trying to come at me as a New Yorker for being somewhere else, because all y'all now in New York and I can't afford to eat, don't do it. Don't do it. Is it without, don't share the whole number, Brian. I know you're old enough to know this, but I saw something. What number does your Social Security number end in? Me too. Apparently that's a thing, like a New York thing.
I feel like
confirm in the comments. Are you from New York? And does your social end in 4?
I feel like there's like a science to the numbers. I remember I read it a long time ago. I think for like older folk. I think if you're born in like certain decades, it starts with a certain number, things like that. Different regions too. Like it's a certain je ne sais quoi to how that's cooked up. I don't remember off the top of my head.
That's crazy. Damien, is this thing on? Hello, 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 hello. Now, Damien, what comes before the playoffs? What comes before the playoffs? Oh, right, the Commissioner's Cup.
Kathy.
How do you get to a Commissioner's Cup championship, Brian?
Winning games.
Oh, right. And do these said games count towards your regular season standings, or do they just count for the Kathy Cup?
In the Kathy Cup, they are undefeated.
And so by winning games that also count for the regular season, that also just happened to count for the Commissioner's Cup. Isn't said team focusing on, or at least doing what they need to do to be in a good position for the playoffs? Like, why are these things mutually exclusive? And also, if you have a chance to play for $500K, are you passing that up? Because I'm not.
Big bank.
Why are we doing this, fam? Why are we doing this? They gotta focus on the games that are coming up, and one of them happens to be the Commissioner's Cup. Did Chris DeMarco choose that? JK, Stewie, were they like, you know what I want to do, Damien? I want to put smack dab in the middle of the season a game that doesn't count for the regular season, even though the games I had to win to get to this game do count for the. I'm going to put that right in the middle so that I can lose focus on the playoffs. Nobody said that, Damien. Why are we making problems? Why are we making problems for the New York Liberty?
Also, Chris gave us no comment when asked about this, but do you know what I want for the Kathy Cup next year?
What's that?
I want the wild courts. Give it to me. I like in the way the boys have them crazy ass colored courts. Bring it over, Kathy. I know. Look, I saw in the CBA how much money y'all got now. Bring it over. Don't
listen. As long as it's not that LED court that Olivia Miles had to play on, where she probably still got to get skin grafts just to that was crazy. That was crazy. Do not make it an LED court. I don't really care either way. But come on, man. Why are we going to act like the team is being distracted by the Commissioner's Cup? They did not choose this. The game chose them. They won the games they needed to win to get this. But those games count towards them being a top 3 team right now in the standings, which is going to help them when they make their playoff push.
Yep. Right now, they're a stone's throw away from the number 1 seed. And Mike helpfully put in the chat that it's a 30-point game, apparently. It's what right now, my app says Dallas plus 20 before half. And then when I opened my app too, it also said Cincinnati Reds 9, Met 0. So I will not be watching that when I'm out of here. Hell no. You're not going to piss me off tonight. No, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll get me mad tomorrow.
56-37 now. See, the Aces, they're not going to stay down for long. But 56-37. But
they better not take no losses because hey, you ended Minnesota's winning streak, but we lost some games leading up to that. So now we eventually fell back into second. Don't want to have that happen.
Let's see. I will say, the only team to ever win the Kathy Cup and a championship in the same season was the Aces.
Mm-hmm.
It's never happened before. Now they might make the final. The only team to win the Commissioner's Cup and not make the WNBA finals, Indiana. So which are we going to get? Or I feel like it's still so early to know what the Kathy Cup holds. What does this goblet of fire hold? What's going on? I don't know. What's the trend going to be? All we know is that New York going to be up in there.
Also, Erica, fun fact. Maddie Kenny from the Post had this yesterday, and every time the Liberty have made the Cathy Cup final, they've made the WNBA final.
Yes,
So
yes, we heard Maddie in the scrum asking that question. So we gotta see
Liberty,
what happens.
this is for you. And if it goes well, we are your humble correspondents at Black Rosie Media might be hitting the road this October if things break well the way y'all want it to.
Let's go, which is all the more reason. Make sure you are subscribing, make sure you are commenting, liking, sharing. Listen, we trying to get these money bags. We're reaching out to people to help us get everything that we need funded. And so that means viewers like you can help us. Your comments make a difference, the likes, the subscribes, sharing, getting other people to comment. And listen, if you are so inclined and so led, we will, in our newsletter in the next several weeks, have ways where you can share your own testimonial. That's right. We want you to rate and review our podcast. Send us what you like about Black Rosie Media, what's working, so that we can send that out to people and continue to grow this amazing community. Wingate, thank you, Amir. I was like, no, it's not Prospect Park. I was like, no, it's not in Bed-Stuy. I was like, I couldn't remember, but the Wingate concert series, that's what we build here, and have some fun chopping it up, talking about the New York Liberty, and on Thursdays, the Seattle Storm. Respectfully, there's only one Maddie, and she spells LIBERTY. New York Liberty. Well, actually, the Maddie Liberty is the one where we get the sweep. It's a little bit different, but either way, thank you for joining us here for Gotta Get Up, a podcast for New York Liberty fans. But now it's time to Ellie wave. We're out of here. Enjoy this game. And if you want, catch me on CBS Sports HQ immediately following this game. And we'll see who's gonna get the win. Is Dallas gonna hold on, or will the Aces have a comeback? I will be on the mic to talk about that. Great show again, y'all. Thank you so much, Black Metronome, Jeff, Aloysius, and all right, Aloysius, always coming with the hot takes. Sharice was in the house. Of course, Damien always here. Mike swung over. Hope you get where you're going safe. Amir, let's go. Who did I miss? Let's see. We had Al in here. Let's see. I said Sharice already. Black Metronome. Let's go. Everybody. Ronnie, of course. Ronnie was in the house. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace out, everybody.